Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Ryan's Trains. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend and an amazing Friday. Today's review I'm going to be doing is the all-new Lionel's aluminum passenger cars, the Milwaukee Road Northwoods Hiawatha train set. So this is going to be a fun review. I hope you guys enjoy this whole passenger cars, all the detail and everything that these cars have to show for, and running behind the Class A. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's see these amazing passenger cars. So here we have the four-car set of the Milwaukee Roads Northwoods Hiawatha passenger train. We got the A-Class sitting right here, which we already did a review on the A-Class, and you can check out my latest video of the Milwaukee Road A-Class. Here we got the aluminum baggage passenger car, and this has got LED lights in it, so if you open these up, you can see there is LEDs inside the passenger car right there. So this does save on amperage on your tracks. And that really helps out with a full passenger train and with a steam engine with smoke units. So it saves less on amps. These cars roll really nice. It's just the weird thing is this car's got a weird clicking noise. I know it's one of the rollers on the car. So if you hear like this, yeah, I might have to probably oil that, but if anybody knows in the comments, is that just the clicking from the little rollers of the get electrical contact? But here, we got the second passenger car, and I'm thankful Lionel did this. They added people in these passenger cars, so very, very nice detailed people in here. And I didn't notice you got a bathroom sink in the car, all detailed aluminum, all these cars have LEDs in underneath the cars. So you don't want the lights on. There is a little switch to turn these off, and these cars are just amazing. So we'll go back to the second car, and this does got a second bathroom in it, and it's got more people inside. I don't know if Lionel did this or Train World did this, but whoever did this, amazing job with painting the little figures inside. And here we got the Nomicus Beaver Tail observation car that's got station sounds in it, and it's got a working horn on it. So if I uncouple it right here, so you can hear the rattling sounds of the car. Oh, well, one thing I don't like with Lionel switch coupler things. But here you got the Nomicus, and we're going to try to get around the back so you guys can see this of the beaver tail. Very detailed. I haven't gotten the other set, but I heard people saying the other passenger car set says Hiawatha, and this one is the only one that says Northwoods. So if you want to get the Northwoods, this is the only car, this is the only train that will say Northwoods. The other passenger cars will just say Hiawatha. So if you want to get this one, be all means go for it. I just want to say, I forgot to put detail, where it's all black, this is where the speaker is. The speaker is not that loud when you're doing the coolable horn, but the station sounds are pretty loud in it, and you got all detailed people inside of it. So this thing is just really awesome. It's weird they didn't add little ladders right here. I guess that's how the real cars were. They did add little ladders, and I think what Lionel kind of lied. This train can handle 054 curves. Mine's 060. I don't think this train can handle it because one of these cars, I hear the wheels grinding every time it goes on a turn down in Lakewood on Raymond's Curve. So I think this train, but I think it's me just because because the turns or the wheels just being funky. But either all, this set is just highly detailed, very detailed. I'm happy Lionel has brought this back with the aluminum passenger cars. I hope they do it again. My other main goal is to find the last Hiawatha set, which is that has a skytop lounge cars that was used in Olympian service or regular to the Twin Cities. I'm looking for the original Milwaukee Road colors and the Union Pacific colors that still says Milwaukee Road on them. But either all, this set is amazing. I am going to pick up the 3-car set later down the road to extend this train so it's more longer. And this thing is just, it demands a lot of attention on the layout. It's just so amazing. My first station sounds passenger car, and Lionel did an amazing job with this. I'm happy they gave some Midwest love to the Milwaukee Road, and they did the fantasy schemes like the Chicago Northwestern, Seaboard, Union Pacific, but I wasn't going to order those. I know my friend has the Atlantic Coastline from the Train Law Atlantic Coastline A-Class, which looks, I'm not a big fantasy person, but it was okay. I liked it, but it's just the Mars light was so bothering me because it's designed on the number 4 one. But either way, I recommend you guys getting this set if you want to run the Milwaukee Roads Hiawatha Northwoods. because this set is just amazing. So now we're going to go into detail in the history behind the Northwoods Hiawatha and why the Milwaukee Road chose these passenger cars to go behind their Hiawatha passenger train. So let's get into the history of those cars. The Milwaukee Road's new flagship streamliner, the Hiawatha, which began running in 1935 and made stops in New Lisbon to permit connections with local trains heading to Minocqua that service competition directly with the Chicago Northwestern's all-new streamliner, the 400, which stopped in Adams. The demand was such that several June Saturdays that the Milwaukee Road operated a new additional train, a second, directly from Chicago to Minocqua and via New Lisbon. In June 1936, the Milwaukee Road introduced a new train to New Lisbon in Star Lake, Wisconsin, which debuted, well, it was dubbed as the Hiawatha Northwoods section. The train was pulled by a rebuilt Class G 460 steam locomotive, which had been shrouded to mimic the appearance of the faster Class A's. Originally, which Lionel kind of did not model correctly, what people told me, the Class A's did not pull the Northwoods Hiawatha. Originally, because the Northwoods tracks where these trains ran, the tracks were too light for the Class A's, which means the Class A's were really heavy on lightweight track, and that could cause serious danger risk to the railroad and to people around the engine running on lightweight track. So what they did chose was lighter engines to pull the Northwoods Hiawatha, which was the Class G's or Hudson's, which the Hiawatha in 187 miles, the route required 5 hours and 10 minutes to complete. Owning numerous online stops, which maximum track speed to 55 and per 89 kilometers. The train carried coaches, a lounge car, and a diner car. This was the first use of the Hiawatha branding outside the Chicago and Twin Cities service. In the fall of 1936, the Milwaukee Road dropped the Hiawatha branding to cut back from the Star Lake to Minocqua. The Milwaukee Road relaunched services in April 1937, adding the beaver tail parlor car was displaced from the original Hiawatha coaches. The train was then named the Hiawatha Northwoods service, beginning the pattern, which lasted to 1943. The service extended to Star Lake in June and then cut back from Minocqua in the fall of summer of 1939. The Milwaukee Road began to operate trains directly from Chicago again, departing 10 minutes ahead of the afternoon Hiawatha throughout the operations, and in the fall only returned in the summer and weekends in 1940. This pattern operation continued with minor variations the rest of the train's operation. So the Northwoods didn't last. It lasted for a pretty while until most of the Hiawatha services were canceled, with the Northwoods and the Chippewa Hiawatha and other Hiawatha trains that were canceled. The only Hiawatha that had been surviving until Amtrak took over was Twin Cities Hiawatha, which was still running. So all Hiawatha branding was gone when the Milwaukee Road couldn't keep up with services because it's just they were losing a lot of money. So the Hiawatha was gone until Amtrak brought it back with the original Hiawatha. You could still find some of the Hiawatha passenger cars roaming around in private owners or railroad museums, but sadly you're not ever going to see the original Hiawatha trains like the Beavertail observation car or with the Class A's, because none of these trains ever survived. There's only the passenger cars and a few of the historical markers of the original Hiawatha logo, which I actually own the original Hiawatha logo. I got an antique store, which it's a funny story. They didn't know it was an actual Hiawatha logo, so they thought it was a car emblem, and they put it for $37, and I snagged it. I had a friend do research to see if it was not like a replica. He came back with the information and said, this is actual real Hiawatha logo. So it's sitting in my room, nicely displayed with all my other trains that I have in there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this history. So now let's cut into the running session of this passenger car, and you guys get to hear the nice station sounds. So I hope you guys enjoy that part.
clear. Out. Clear signal. Let's open her up. The Northwoods Hiawatha is now departing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Northwoods Hiawatha is now boarding. Your attention, please. The Northwoods Hiawatha is now boarding.
Thank you. Thanks for riding the Northwoods Hiawatha. Please use the railing. Mind the gap. All aboard the Northwoods Hiawatha. Time to board the Northwoods Hiawatha. Last call for the Northwoods Hiawatha.
Attention, travelers. The Northwoods Hiawatha is now boarding.
Let me help you with that duffel, son. Please use the railing. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Let me help you with that duffel, son. The Northwoods Hiawatha is now departing. Please set your luggage over there. Time to board the Northwoods Hiawatha. All aboard! All aboard! All aboard the Northwoods Hiawatha. The Northwoods Hiawatha is now departing. That's it. Step on up. All aboard! All aboard! Please set your luggage over there. let me help. Next up, coming up. Approaching the station. Next stop, folks. If this is your station, please move towards the door. Next stop, coming up. Let me help you with that duffel, son.
Attention, travelers. The Northwood Hiawatha has arrived.
Well, thank you guys for watching this amazing video of the Lionel's aluminum passenger cars of the Milwaukee Road Northwoods Hiawatha. I really enjoyed making this video and doing the review and history of these passenger cars. I hope you guys enjoyed. But if you're wondering why the little air horn is, I don't know if I did say it in the video, the little air horn in the back of the observation car, during the Milwaukee Road, they had a station downtown in Milwaukee that was only made for passenger trains to back up into the station. So what they did, since the train was so long, they added an air horn on the back of the passenger car, of the observation car, so it'll be blowing its horn going through downtown to get to the station, since downtown is basically railroad tracks on a main street, and the train has to get to that station. So basically they add the air horn on there to alert cars and people down there that there's a train coming that's backing up to the station. So there's a little fun fact for you guys. But I hope you enjoyed this amazing review and these passenger cars. Hope you guys have an amazing Friday. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.